Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Deb Chanel's 40 Square, where we do reality shows sometimes. Today, we're going to be talking about Married to Medicine. Let's get right on into that first scene. We have Dr. Simone sits down and talks to her children about her missing dad. Now, I'm like, okay, Dr. Simone, why are you bringing this back up? I mean, it's been in 2 seasons ago, you were just too high and mighty and didn't really want your dad to be in your children's lives because he was an alcoholic. I mean, really? I thought you were dumb then. And I'm thinking you're pretty much dumb now because in the previous episode, Quad was doing all the work, all the footwork, trying to look for your dad and ask all the important questions while you sitting there doing diddly squat, pretty much. And now you're going to have a change of heart, which you're definitely have the right to change your opinion and your perspectives on your missing father. But I just found it very piss poor that you would take your father out of your children's lives and then you want to arbitrarily put him back because you're feeling some kind of way. I don't think that's fair, and I think you need to really sit down and maybe seek psychiatric help on why you did that. Okay, wouldn't it just been nice to have introduced your father to your grandkids and you monitored him with them versus saying, oh, he's just a bad influence, oh, he did this, I don't like him, I don't want him in my life. Your kids really are of age when they can tell whether or not they really want to be bothered with your alcoholic father, which I'm pretty sure Cecil wouldn't have let anything happen to those kids on his watch. So I just felt that was just really piss poor on your dad. Okay, then we have Dr. Simone, just really saying, she really didn't even say sorry to the kids that I kept you away from your granddad. It was just like, we're trying to find him, this, that, and the third, and whatever. And Dr. Simone asking her oldest son while she was away looking for her father that previous weekend, what did he do? Did he get a chance to see his girl, who happens to be a friend of his? Because she sure ain't trying to put it together as your girlfriend. So he said, yeah, we talked. We went out to some, I don't know, arcade place or whatever, and he listened to her talk. I'm pretty much thinking he got that from his dad, Cecil. Just let her run her mouth, and you just chime in here and there, but don't even go there. Just listen. Then you'll be on even keel because women are so peculiar and particular. If you say the wrong thing, you through. And if you like this girl, just keep your mouth closed and just smile at her, wink, and hold her hand and let her feel safe and protected. Okay, that's pretty much how it went. Then we went on to see Dr. Jack, and she's getting one of her ideals, her bright ideals this time. She's hiring a videographer as well as a photographer. I think he's both, but she's trying to do a book piece about breast cancer and the survivor or surviving women that she selected to be in her book. To kind of much drum up business to bring awareness to a very good cause, which affects the majority of women out here. It doesn't matter what race, what culture, what age. Breast cancer is just that, something deadly and can kill women with the drop of a hat, especially if it goes to their lymph nodes. So that was very admirable of her, and she basically is recruiting her friends or her circle of friends, and all of them really in particular say, yeah, we're going to support you, except for Mariah. I didn't think she felt that she was going to really display her body. But everybody, including lying ass Lisa Nicole, gonna sit there and say, yes, we're gonna support you. And yes, I'll be in your book, as far as my breasts being showed. And everybody was on board with the idea, excuse me, after she had met with this videographer that her office manager assistant had set up for her to meet. Plus, I think he took some previous pictures of her and Curtis in some past, I don't know, like 50 types era pictures of them. They were going to like a masquerade ball or whatnot. And, it was just nice work the man had did. So she enlisted his help with forming this book that she can auction off or they can sell and put all the proceeds to her charity, which is, bringing out breast awareness. And then she goes on to tell us this particular story about her having her mastectomy and how someone she was in, I guess, or, and they were around town shopping and whatnot. They went to some cute boutique and went shopping, and just being Dr. Jackie, just being Dr. Jackie, she just went and took off her clothes and everything, and failed to realize that only a certain group of people know she's had a mastectomy, and she don't have anything there like breast. She has lumps. Then they have no, what do you call it? What do you call it? A nipple on it. So he pretty much was like in awe and shock, and it really made Dr. Jackie feel some way towards the negative. But it was just his first impression of seeing her, and she hadn't given him that information that she had a double mastectomy and she didn't have like regular breasts like women. So that really kind of tore her up inside, and with telling the story she got emotional. And I felt so bad for her. But people don't know. You educate them, then they know, and then it won't be such a stigma out there to, saying negative stuff when it's not necessary because you're fully aware. And when you see something like that's the first thing you gear to, oh, they must have had cancer, whatnot. So it was a very worthy cause. She enlisted his help, and they're going to do a photo shoot. And like I said, everybody was on deck in her circle of friends that we always see on Married to Medicine. Except for, I don't, like I said, I can't really say if Mariah was on board with doing it or whatnot, but I know Lisa Nicole had definitely come out her mouth. Oh, yes, I will help, and all this pronunciation she was doing and head gestures. But anyway, we leave that situation. We go to dumbass Lisa Nicole visits Dr. Heavenly at one of her dental practices. And they're talking, and, I'm assured that Dr. Heavenly was expecting her visit because, the camera guys were there. You can't assume, but they were going to be taping. So she pretty much ushered her from the waiting room on back there in her little think tank, her little office space, which I would expect her to have a bit more grand type professional office with books and stuff of that nature. But she really just had it very simple and plain. I was like, okay, I ain't mad at you, honey. Make your coin, keep your coin, honey. But she called it's her little iPad of a pod that she goes in do her thinking and, business propositions and stuff. So it was all cute. But then they went to sit down, and they were trying to toss around different names and stuff. And Dr. Heavenly was imposing her ideal of what the name should be. And of course, Lisa Nicole was shutting her down, saying she wanted the name to be this. I mean, they couldn't even get it together on the name of the foundation they wanted to do for the worthy cause that they were trying to bring awareness to, which was relationships. And what usually breaks up for relationships, and we all know the first major two is financial, the other one is communication. So if you don't have those two items on deck when you're serving up a relationship between a man and a woman, or same sex affiliations or partnerships, then hey, it just is what it is. You're not gonna last very long, okay? Or both of y'all are gonna be very unhappy in the relationship. So it just went back and forth. I was here for Dr. Heavenly. She was telling her, honey, you won't know nothing about no relationship because you ain't even telling the truth about your own relationship. And I was here for all that drama. And she said, yes, she said, don't you go to counseling? Okay, don't you go to counseling to work out situations? She said, no, you just go there to get, what she say, support. Or she just made it seem like she was just going there to grow. I'm like, Lisa Nicole, don't nobody go to counseling to grow unless they're working on a thesis for their internship or trying to get their doctorate and they're shadowing or whatnot. But no, Lisa, nobody goes to counseling just to grow. No, they don't go to grow. They go to counseling to help fix what brought them there. So I'm like, damn, you dumb. Oh, I couldn't stand you no more. But Dr. Helen was still trying to tell her, give her little 2 cents, because I don't understand why I can't see Darren just has her as arm candy because she's a very beautiful woman, have a nice shape and all like that. But that mouth and that anger of hers, I don't know how he lasted this long with her. But it is what it is. They say opposites attract. Maybe she does good head for him. I don't know. Or they may be very sexual, satisfying each other in the bed. But then they said Darren is bisexual. So I'm like, he getting the best of both worlds. He can have his man when he wants, then he can have his woman when he wants it. So I I don't know. It's just really, really, really just disturbs me. But Heavenly was getting in her ass. She was just telling her left and right, like, you stupid, you really don't know what. And I understand Dr. Heavenly using that type of language on Lisa because Lisa, she's like she want to be street. And she always want to talk over you. And Dr. Heavenly was giving her the opportunity to say what she had to say. And I'm like that too. Say what you got to say as long as you need to say it. But when it's my time to talk, don't ever think you're going to interrupt me because I didn't interrupt you. I let you say what you had to say. Now, if I'm pushing buttons when I'm having my say, then you just take it, write your notes down, and come back with a comeback. But other than that, keep your mouth shut when I'm talking. So Dr. Heavenly, pretty much told her, you ain't going to let me talk or whatever. And then Lisa just started getting amped up. And when a person really get amped up and they start not following proper etiquette when trying to have a normal conversation and keeping it structured, they a hit dog done got hit, how they say a hit dog will holler. She done got hit and she couldn't recover because she know pretty much Darren don't want no child. He just appeasing her. He don't want no more children, y'all. He already done told her in several ways. Look, you almost died. You had this bad complication. I thought I was gonna lose you. I ain't got time to raise these kids by myself. You need to be here with me in the struggle with raising these kids. And they don't want to have their mother gone out the world because she was too selfish and calling herself she want another baby. No, Lisa, you need to work on your marriage and repair your marriage if that's what you want to do. You don't need to be bringing another baby in here, another mouth to feed, and for him to keep running from you. Because this time when that new baby come in, if you do get pregnant, he may just leave you behind. And then, yeah, you there with 3 babies and hollering Bloody Mary because you didn't listen to what he was telling you from the get-go. Okay? But sometimes karma has to be served up to a particular person for them to get the mess all stuck up in their face. Okay? And trying to peel it off little bit by little bit because it ain't coming off that easy. Take a look at yourself before you try to poke in somebody else's business. And take criticism how it's given to you. And Dr. Heavenly was trying to tell it very constructive to you, but you weren't listening, so she had to go street with you and just throw tomatoes back and forth. And that's basically what y'all were doing. But you couldn't stand the heat and the pressure because she told you to get the hell out of her office. She didn't want to film no more because you had upset her. You had came to her to try to rule over Dr. Heaven. It's like y'all could have came up with something because she even was bending with the names, but you were like, no, I want to name this. So you had already come with a plan to upset and destroy, and you got tomatoes thrown in your face along with a piece of crust. Okay, and the pizza was not made. Anyway, we move on from that situation because Dr. Heaven had already told her, honey, you're not certified to be telling me about what we need to do with helping people in relationships because I am certified. I am board certified, okay, to do this. I'm a specialist in the area. You're not. So Dr. Heaven pretty much excused her. And but before that, she does tell Lisa Nicole that really drove the argument to south, or really made it very negative for everyone involved. She said, "You can't even handle Daryl. Daryl don't want no baby. He been telling everybody, but he ain't been telling you the truth." Then she go around and say, "Daryl, Dr. Heaven had told her he lies. He don't do nothing but just tell you lies, and you just eat it up and believe it and go on like a stupid person." And she said, Darren doesn't lie. He just doesn't tell the truth all the way the truth. But what the fuck that is, Lisa? What is that? What is that, Sean? If a person don't give you all the truth, that's a liar, right? Meaning you're trying to hide something. So that's basically what Dr. Helen was trying to tell her. He ain't telling you all the truth. He ain't telling you half the truth. He ain't telling you none of the truth. Okay? The streets are telling you the truth, and you don't want to, go with it. But it was, like I said, a hit dog will holler because she went and addressed Darren after that situation was over, or it might have been the next day. But she was brewing, and instead of her taking care of it, but he does that 24-hour shift or 12-hour shift, whatever. So he comes in the next morning after leaving home. That's maybe 6 at night. So he comes home and then he's tired. But we'll get back to that situation. We go to Quad. Quad is talking to her brother about him finding a job, how things progressing in that way. And he's like, fine, this, that, and the other. Then they turn around and do a mock type of interview where she's the interviewer and she's, asking him a certain question and she's wanting a professional answer back, but he fails. So we move on from that situation. She's going to have to continue to work with him. Then we go to Lisa and Darren. and they're having their camera time for her to pick back up where Heaven had dropped her off at to go get some knowledge on her husband and stop trying to stir the pot at somebody else's door because the shit is stinking right in front of her own. She need to clean it up and deodorize. Okay, but anyway. She goes in, Darren comes home saying, "Oh, I had a hard day, da 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 da," and she's sitting up there looking like hell done warmed over, and she ready to spit fire at his behind. And he goes and she said, "Well, you didn't ask me about my day." I'm like, "God damn, you didn't have a day, honey. You're a housewife. You dib and dab in the fashion community. You got just a few clothes in your boutique, and it's not really doing that well. Because if it we had to really really sell, Darren can stop working and be watching you and be your little go-to person or assistant if that's what he wanted to do." But he rather save lives while you playing in the fashion industry and not doing that well because I'm not really seeing too many of your clothes anywhere when I am in Macy's or whatever. But it is what it is. And they look cheap, by the way. And anyway, she goes on to confront Darren about what Dr. Heaven had told her and this, that, and the other. She can't let the man get a word out. She's been cutting him out, cutting him out. Like, "I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby." So she's pretty much acting like a spoiled child. She doesn't need another baby, period. She has two beautiful children. She needs to stay on task with that. And just really, I just really got sick of the whole thing because she's, got her hormones out of whack. She started crying. And if I were there and I was a man, I would look at her like I wouldn't say nothing for the camera because it's like, girl, you too much, okay? You're too much, and you ain't even got a baby in you at this point, okay? No, we can't do that. But like I said, Darren should have been a better man and just told her, "No, we're not having another baby. I can't even handle you in a 2 week out. Sorry," and went on up to bed. But usually that situation go to Dr. Simone. So Dr. Simone is consulting a 25-year-old female who is wanting to do a transformation or she's trying to do a transgender assignment to become a man. And to me, she already had looked at like the boy state, but when she said, because she was talking, had a deep voice with it and everything. So I really thought it was a boy trying to turn into a woman. But it was a girl dressed up in boys' clothing and really physically the outside really looking like she was a boy, but she's transitioning into it and she never had a pap before. She's just frustrated in her body because she doesn't feel like she's in the right body. And this, that, and the third. And so Dr. Simone was like, "Okay, we're gonna have to do a pap because I need to make sure your organs are fine before you try to do any surgery and or reassignment of your gender." And he went on and talking about, he was shy, she was shy, and this, that, and the third. She was felt very comfortable with talking with the Dr. Simone, and I was like, if you're so shy, not taking anything away from this person and what they're trying to do as far as reassigning their gender, but why would you be on television? Why would you be filming? You know what I'm saying? It really didn't make sense. I'm like, well, maybe you're doing it for the cause for everybody that feels like they were born in a female body, but they really have attributes or characteristics of being a guy or a boy. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm not really understanding that because it seemed like it was so dear to heart. You would not put this on TV. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, that's just my perspective, my opinion. Don't get me on it. Okay, and then we go to commercial. We come back. We have Curtis and Dr. Jackie. They're taking in a painting class, y'all. It's called All Fired Up. I don't know where it's located here in Atlanta. But it's like a pottery type painting class. It's not like the one, well, it's kind of mimics or similar to the bring your own bottle of wine and you go in and paint and this, that, and the third. But it was more so a pottery type of material they was using and not the little, what do you call that mat you paint on and you take it home and you hang it on your wall. Not that kind of structural thing. So they're going on having little light conversations and Curtis is hell bent on changing or rearranging Dr. Jackie's mind or her opinions and perspectives on why they should still stay in the suburb area. And she at this point, Dr. Jenkins is pretty much fed up. She don't want to have the house anymore. So she goes on and gives in to Curtis's thrill of moving into another house. So she said, this battle has just really worn on her. It doesn't really she don't really care about it anymore. She don't gave up on the living closer to the hospital or whatnot, and she's just fine with it. But she said she's not compromising no more. And I'm like, okay, huh? I said, well, This is very interesting because it seems like Dr. Jackie has been compromising a lot and she hasn't been getting what she's been desiring, which is to have a family, even if she had to necessarily adopt. And it seems like Curtis has taken that from her too. So I'm like, I don't understand why you with him. I mean, if the dick is that good or whatnot, then that's another thing. I guess you can live with it. But evidently, you ain't doing too well with it because you still wanting to run away from having that home environment scene and the house scene because you know you're not going to be able to really fulfill it with children all in the house and playing in the backyard and y'all taking family trips and this, that, and third. So I really think, you got some problems going on with Curtis and y'all really need to decide before y'all even get into another house deal. I would stay wherever I am or wherever y'all are, and y'all need to decide whether y'all want to be together and move forward because both of y'all are getting older and you're still taking on so many different tasks. Dr. Jackie and Curtis already said, and he said it tonight on today's episode. He ain't gonna work all the time. He don't want to work all the time. It's a point where he don't want to work, and he's not gonna work after that time period comes up, and he can take full advantage of it. And then Dr. Jackie was telling him, "Well, I do it for us." He said, you do it for yourself." So it's kind of like he's totally self-centered, and I just don't see them going or flourishing for many more years to come because of his whack attitude. But then we go back to Ethan, the gender reassignment case that or patient Dr. Simone is working with. She's having her first PAP. It's being filmed. And I guess he did it for everyone, like him. It was like a documentary he started on his new way of wanting people to see him and this, that, and the third. And of course, his mother's there supporting him all the way. Then we go back to Lisa Nicole and Mariah. They're talking about Dr. Heavlin and how she talked to her when they were at the office together. Her and Mariah having a light lunch, but Mariah not eating anything. Something she want to eat off of Lisa Nicole play. And I would have told the help, you better get your own and stop acting like you too pretty, too cute, or you starving yourself. I don't know what. Okay, but you okay, you gonna get your own because I got all this for myself. But they go on and have like conversation about, Dr. Heavlin and what Lisa Nicole is just basically feeding Mariah or what she felt happened, which is totally not the same or what actually happened. Then they go on to talk about are they going to be showing any boobs here and there, and of course Lisa said, "Oh no, emphatically no, I won't be doing." I said, "But then, Alpha, didn't you just tell Jack, a few clips ago that you were going to be 100% in, you were going to do it, this, that, and the third. Now you're going to say you're not doing it? Oh, you're a side chick, a side garden tool." And you're just not a good person. You're just not a good person. And I really wish they replace you on this show and get some morality back in here. Because we already got Quad cutting up. We already got Mariah. But I like Mariah because her and Quad to go at it like it's just white on rice. And it'd be so smooth. They be shading each other real smooth. But you just too loud, too arrogant, and you want to fight all the time. And they just need to just take you off the show. And you wouldn't be missed. You or Darren. But anyway, Mariah goes on to say, well, no, she ain't gonna fit her boobies is just for her husband to view, and she'll cut her, meaning Dr. Jack a check for the cause, but she would not be showing up her booties, her boobies, for everybody to take part of it, calling it soft porn. I'm like, Mariah, you need to stop. You being over the top, and it's not needed. We go to commercial, we come back. And it's just so scripted. It's just, they had Quad's husband coming in the front door grabbing on himself, at least that I saw, and then he coming up the stairs talking about, "Ooh, is anybody home? Anybody home?" Like, oh my God. And he had Quad trying to make the bedroom seem kind of exotic and, appetizing along with the dessert she had on the bed for him and the wine or the champagne or whatever they were drinking. I'm like, this is so scripted, so not needed. Quad, you could have had a better setup plan than this. Or you at least could have said, okay, let's make a baby tonight. You know what I'm saying? He probably would have forgot all about that dessert, all about that wine, and went straight to the kill. But it was more so a makeup type of dessert and forgiving thing because she had brought her son, not her son, she had brought her youngest brother and his wife, well, girlfriend, and their son together to live with them. And she had this whole thing set up behind, uh, Quad's husband back. He didn't really get a say so. Then they showed a clip where they were all talking to each other about, the living arrangements, and from Quad's husband mind, he thought they were just gonna stay for a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months, but that was it. But Quad had bought them there to stay a whole year. He was like, "What? What? No, we didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this." And they went off that clip, and then she was saying she apologized for pretty much doing that to him on the spur of the moment. And it was just like fake fuckery right there. The whole thing looked like it was scripted. Quad is not really concerned about having no children. Her husband really need to get off that bandwagon, because if it happens, the show will probably be, in cancellation, where it's not coming on no more. It's in syndication if it goes that far. But anyway, we leave that scene. We come to Dr. Jack is ready to take her photo shoot of her breast, and honey, guess who show up and get cameos in today's episode? Honey, Tamar and Tony. But of course, my Tamar's always on the top, over the top, and she pretty much take over the whole scene, where she's telling Dr. Jackie how to pose, how to show her assets, and get that coin for that money, because she's trying to raise up $100,000 for her foundation to go to mastectomy, or cancer surviving women. And Tony really didn't do that much. Again, I don't understand why she was there, because she was just holding up space, because Tamar was giving us entertainment. She was giving us life, in a sense, for us entertainment. And it was cute. But Tony didn't really say nothing. So I'm like, why is she here? Why is she here, Lord? But anyway, it was a nice stop by surprise once they left. Then you had Quad and Dr. Evelyn come in to try to do their thing and support Miss Jackie. Then Quad and Dr. Evelyn, go get their makeup done. And, well, no, it's Dr. Heavenly and her makeup artist. No, it's Quad and her makeup artist consoling Dr. Heavenly, because she gets kind of misty eyed or watered eyes coming out, because she's getting emotional of what she's doing and what she had to accomplish with her bout with cancer twice. And it's just very supporting. Everybody hugged her and everything. They went on with shooting. Then we have Lisa Nicole and Mariah show up. Then sort of after that, Toya shows up, to show up support, and to be a part of the photo shoot as well. And Dr. Jackie comes over and asks Mariah and Lisa, are they ready for their shoot? And they both say no. And Dr. Jackie like, well, why the hell y'all here? Because that's what y'all said. Y'all gonna support me. Now y'all trying to back out. I'm like, ain't that like your friends? Meaning, Dr. Jackie, they're not your friends. They might be your friends for shooting the scenes and stuff. But other than that, these are not your road dogs. These are not your ace boon coons. Now, I can't say Toya and Mariah, not Toya and Quad, they showed up and showed out for you. They got up there and showed their boobs, okay? But I don't know, because of the thing that Dr. Heavenly and Lisa Nicole just took the air, sucked the air out the room or whatever. You had to shut it all down. And Dr. Simone didn't get a chance to show her boobies, or Dr. Heavenly. So I'm not really sure, and I can't say whether or not they were coming with all the goods and want to show us their little poses for your book that you're trying to put together to save and raise money for. But, like I said, when and it seemed like Mariah was trying to start something, because she was trying to play like, why they not sitting by each other, meaning not Quad, but Dr. Heavenly and Lisa Nicole. And then she finally goes over there, meaning Lisa Nicole, and sits and talks to Dr. Heavenly. And like I said, hit dog will holler when Dr. Heavenly started pressing them buttons, trying to get back with Lisa, about her attitude and what she did by showing out in her office with all her loud talking. They just got louder and louder and louder. But Lisa Nicole was the loudest one. And, even Dr. Heaven was telling her to calm down. Let's bring it back down to a two. We're in a function right here, so we don't need to be going, but I ain't gonna take her shit either. I will go in your ass again and pull some, what I need to pull out to shut you up. But, Dr. Jackie had to come over there because she was being embarrassed. Video photographer was like looking, her assistant at her office was looking like, this catty. Why are those women? They supposed to be professional women. They got degrees. They are certified and all this, and they going over there, fussing like cats and dogs. And so, um, I think Dr. Jackie's assistant had told her, you need to go and silence that because we can't have that up in here. Not all that stuff that they're talking about, which is nonsense. So she goes over there and tries to see what is the matter, what's going on. She gets so fed up with them, she throw their asses all out. She said, y'all got to go. And she got the stomping out of there, shut that door. And it was a wrap. They couldn't do nothing but see their own selves out. So we didn't get, like I said, we didn't get a chance to see Dr. Simone boobies if she was going to show them, and we didn't get a chance to see Dr. Heavenly if she was going to participate because it was a wash. And then Lisa going to be looking like, well, we got to respect her because, you know, it was a situation where we shouldn't have been showing out. And I like, Lisa, I wish Dr. Heavenly would have got a hold of your hair and just pulled you from floor to floor, from up the walls, back down the walls, and just threw you out like a piece of trash because you the one started that mess. You always want to throw something out there and don't want to think something going to come back like a boomerang effect. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it, guys. That was it. It was better than the Housewives of Atlanta. I can definitely tell you that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to transpire on next episode of Married to Medicine. And when I do, I'll get back and talk with you about it. Okay, y'all have a good night. Bye bye.